Hello, and welcome to the first ever Speed Duel Battle City Box format tournament finals, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy Battle City Box testing grand finals. We have the undefeated until this point in the tournament, Ryan Atlas, and coming out of the losers bracket, recovering from his only loss in the tournament, we have Jian, two elite players of the Speed Duel community. Who will win the first ever Battle City Box tournament? Find out right now. Hey guys, Terramaster here, and Rook is here as well, as promised. What's going on, Rook? You ready for the finals?
I'm ready. Let's do it. We just saw Gian wipe the floor with Lucas with the Magnet Warriors. Just cementing that it's going to be a good deck makes me really happy. And interesting to see what Ryan's going to play here.
Yep, let's find out. What deck went undefeated up to this point?
Is it XYZ-Dragon Cannon?
It is!
Wow, look at that. There's my Dragon Head. There's Union Hanger. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is exactly how I figured this is going to go down. But hey, I love it because these are the two decks that are just so synergized. It doesn't feel like you need anything that isn't already in the box for these.
Yeah.
The skills are so good, and both decks are not brain dead. You know, it's not like if this ends up being the meta, then that's going to be great for the game because the meta won't be brain dead like Moth was. You know, there's just so much different synergy options here. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, what I'm really happy to see is that two new decks are already topping, so that what we've needed for a long time is something new, something different, decks that feel fresh in Speed Duels, and it looks like we finally have that with these two.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I'm starting off with the Delta.
Yep.
And we're getting our Warriors. That was the other thing we saw in the last match, that Gian never won a game. I mean, I don't think we won a game without seeing at least 5 different Magnet Warriors at any time. And now we have Valkyrian, and I think that we're almost... No, Alpha's in the grave. I was going to say, we saw last time that he actually was able to hard summon it. He had everything in hand.
I wonder if right there, to give himself that option, if it might have been better to actually put the Alpha in hand, because he had the option to do that instead of sending it to the graveyard.
Yeah. Yeah, because then he could have had it. But, I mean, it's not... I don't know. It's hard to tell if it's worth it if you can just get it with...
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
There's the Union Hanger, though. So this is going to get dumb. XYZ, these are the cards where I got to, like, reread them a couple of times because it's not... It wasn't something that I saw or played with in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Before Speed Duel.
Okay, yeah. So Union Hanger is pretty much when you activate it, if it resolves, it will go ahead and add a Light Union monster from your deck to your hand, and then when you summon a Light Union monster, you get to go ahead and equip an appropriate Union to it. So pretty much the use for it is summoning Y and equipping Z onto it, since that's really the only thing you can do with the XYZ.
Sure, and then of course you're able to use the skill to get some of the little boys out, like the YZ.
You see right here, he's already going for it, but he's not even using the skill because the skill does have the drawback where you don't do damage to your opponent the turn you use it.
Yes.
So
yes, that's right.
It's important to not use it if you don't have to, I would say.
Yeah, you don't want to go all in just yet. The game just started. And you got all this good opening synergy, but you got one of your little boys out there, and you're ready to roll. And another thing that I've seen so far in the matches that I've seen is that the equips are great, especially Z equip, because I think that's the one where if the monster was destroyed, Z is destroyed.
Yeah.
So it's just really good survivability of the monsters while you're trying to get these fusions.
Yeah, not just that. You see this cool card he's got face down here, which is Rare Metamorph, which is actually perfect for this quick play spell meta we've seen with Book of Moon and Jian's even on Shrink. So this is going to be really good if he can get it to protect that big dragon from those spells. But it looks like that Shrink is going to go off right now. Yep.
Damage type Shrink. Yep, so that's going to go through. So pretty nasty. And then, of course, Jian's going to have a good...
You see, Unions don't care.
He doesn't care. Unions just get all the banish back, get the graveyard back, put things in the graveyard. You see Foolish Burial in his hand. That's a great one to have. I think great to have in both decks. Although Jian's doing pretty well without the need for Foolish Burial, which is nice.
He is.
We have Beta Owl, which is good. 1700 attack cutie. And I think, what are we just going to slam into him? I think we're just going to start smacking him. And we don't have any. He doesn't have an answer for these. Oh, no, he's got 2 back row.
I wonder if he uses the scramble here just to protect himself. Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah, and it is up to 3 banished, so that's nice. If it had to be 3, then it was going to be useless for him.
Oh, and look at that. He can also activate the Union Hanger right... Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's so good.
Oh, my God. This is why it's a good deck to see at the top, because there is thought that goes into it. So we got Z Metal on the Y-Dragon head, so Y is protected, and I think it's 600 additional attack.
Yeah, so it's at 21.
That's at 21, which is it was the same as the YZ.
Yeah, exactly. They're all like that. They all have the attack and defense that they would if like one was equipped to the other. So
yeah, it's very nice. And we top deck the Book of Moon, which is just good support and to keep these monsters out.
I do wonder if he goes for the X-Head Cannon here with the Foolish Burial. It doesn't look like he is. He's gonna just grab another Z. Two big
so there's
2100
all
boys.
3 Z's there.
Yeah.
No more Z's in the deck. So now we got to be careful. But of course, I mean, these equips are insane.
Yeah.
Like these were things that took 2 to 3 turns to get out. If you were playing Speed Duel 2 months ago.
Oh, this is interesting.
It's just so much faster. There's Metaverse though to get the field spell. Now fields don't bump each other off, I don't think anymore. It's been a long time since I had to think about that. That would be so stupid. Because back when I played competitive, I played Gravekeeper inside Necro Valley all the time. But anyway, now we're going for the beat over of Beta. I think this is going to go through, and now we've lost a significant portion of our Magnet Warriors, and Valkyrian is sitting there just wanting to come out. But
he needs another Delta, is what he needs right now. Yeah.
He certainly does. Because then he'll be able to use...
That's not it.
There's another Beta. Yeah, so 3 Beta. I get why it's 3 Beta. I'm assuming he's running like maybe 1 Alpha? Maybe 2 Gamma?
I would assume it's 1 Alpha because he always dumps it immediately, the Alpha, and then we never see another one again.
So can we slam in? Can we slam here and then the magnetic field bounces Y-Dragon, which would unequip Z Metal?
Yeah.
And I think Z Metal just dumps to grave.
Oh, hold on. Wait, no, he doesn't have 3 because it's except Delta, right? Is that what it says? Yeah.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. So he needs an Alpha.
He would need to crash Beta in first, which is what he's doing, and then he can bounce. So now, if the Delta dies, he's got Valkyrion.
Yeah. Delta just has to die. That's so good about Delta. He's definitely running 3 Delta. Wonder how many Valkyrian he's running.
We've only seen 1 so far because even when he had the ability to summon it with Delta last match against Lucas, he did it from the hand. So I don't think he had another one in his deck. So he might just be on the 1.
Oh, maybe he does just have the 1. I mean, he does have good ways to get it. Oh, we got 2 Foolish Burial in Ryan's hand, but I think the Foolish Burial might be a little late to the party now. Because we got 9 cards left in deck. I think we've seen all Z Metal tanks in the grave now.
Yeah, but he does need access to X-Head Cannon if he wants to summon his big boss monster. So that
absolutely
that could be the use for it here.
Yeah, we're gonna dump X-Head, and he probably only has the 1 X-Head because X-Head's the worst. It's not.
Yeah.
Y and Z are the way to go. And here comes the Union combination.
All
this
right.
is gonna be.
Gonna do XYZ. Oh no, just XZ. Okay. In defense, that's interesting. I wonder if he would have really been better off go ahead and summoning the Y as well and doing the big one. But let's see what he has here.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to just keep Y-Dragons in. He's going to set a Y-Dragon. Well, that's the Book of Moon. Set a Y-Dragon. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do XYZ here. I'm sure there's a reason. That's just one of the reasons why you got so much utility with the Union combination deck and why it gave you 4 different fusions so that you have that flexibility.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw that he used Foolish Burial on the X, my thought was immediately he's going to go for the XYZ and then he's going to destroy the magnetic field. He's going to destroy the Delta, and he did have 3 cards in his hand before he set that Y. So I thought he was going to destroy that summon Valkyrion too. He could get through everything if he really wanted to.
What's XYZ's attack? Does it match up with Valkyrion?
No, it's 28. It's not going to.
Yeah. So it doesn't go toe to toe.
Yeah, so he would have to effect pop it, but he did have enough fuel to get through everything, but I guess he didn't want to leave himself completely handless at the end of the turn. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because he probably would have set the Y-Dragon regardless, and then if he attributed for XYZ, the only thing left in his hand would have been a Foolish Burial, which would have been pretty useless at this point.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So here's, look at this, summons another Delta.
He's just begging for him to kill one of these.
I know.
There's another Beta. We're going for the bump.
Yep.
We're going for the bounce, which that goes to fusion deck. Whoa, good luck getting that back out. Skill's burnt.
Yeah.
That is too good. And that's going to go to hand.
No, it's once per turn, so.
Okay, it's once per turn on magnetic. Oh, okay, that would be broke.
Yeah, that would be broken.
So broke it goes every time. All right, so we bonked there with no battle damage. And now we got a top deck Union Scramble from Ryan. So Union Scramble's the up to 3 banished, right? So I think that we're gonna be able to.
It's summon up to 3 banish, yeah. And then it's got like a Haunted Shrine graveyard effect where it banishes itself in the graveyard to just add 1 banish to your hand.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it's what makes Union Scramble even better like later on. Like if you summon one of your fusions, you can just get a discard card off of it too, if that's what you need. And he's going to do that right now. He's going to get that X-Head cannon back.
Got it. So we got the X-Head. Okay, so we got options for fusion still. 1800 attack, that was pretty solid. And I love how in Speed Duel we went from like, what is banished? Like, it never used banished yet. It went from like, we're still playing with the graveyard and not really banished yet, to like, banish everything, get everything from banished, nothing matters anymore. It's like...
we really did though.
Banished before this, you know? There were a couple cards, but...
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we completely skipped like a whole phase of like normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it was like pure graveyard interaction and banishing was like something you did to like completely get rid of cards forever.
Yeah, exactly. Back when banished was like the removed from play. Even the removed from play isn't removed from play anymore anyway. But there's XYZ.
Yeah.
So I think that now we are going all in.
Yep.
And we are discarding to pop the field, so we don't have to worry about the bounce. He set was it the Book of Moon? No, that was the other Union Scramble.
That was a Scramble, yeah.
He's gonna get such value off that. Now we're going through beta, which is gonna be
no damage because of he used the skill. Yeah. So that is the drawback, and I'm glad they have that because at the very least, as good as the skill is, you can't OTK with it. So it does prevent like really annoying OTK plays. So that does make the meta a little bit healthier, which I like.
Yeah, I agree 100%. At least you can still clear monsters, though. You know, it would be.
Oh, did you see that?
I don't know. So he's got beta back and magnetic field back.
He top decked the magnetic field after Ryan worked so hard to get rid of the first one. Oh man.
I mean, he can. Oh, he's going for the bounce. That's so rude.
Yep. The
Do
bounce.
We have anything in the back row that could have stopped that attack? I thought he had Book of Moon. Oh, he was just going to do it with another one.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it was going to happen regardless. Yep. You're right.
And there's Delta in the grave. Are we getting Valkyrie in here? What was the graveyard?
Yeah, the graveyard definitely it has barely enough. It's got exactly 3 Magnet Warriors, so he can if he wants to here. Let's see if he decides to do that. He does.
Yeah, I think that he's got such an advantage in resources, like just the card advantage.
He does take the first 1600. Now I wonder if he's going to use Scramble here to stop the beta attack, or if he's going to save that for the Valkyrian attack. No, he's going to go ahead and do it. Okay. Now, X-Head Cannon in attack mode obviously tells me that he's planning to Book of Moon the Valkyrian, or else there's no other reason to do that.
Right. But then also it's something scary that could beat over the beta at least. So he's got a wall here.
Yeah, he does. So here comes that Book of Moon. Okay.
Solid. But, I mean, next turn he's going to have to figure out how to deal with it because... And he drew a duplicate Union Hanger. Yeah, I don't think we have an answer for Valkyrian now.
Well, he just goes XYZ again. The skill is once per turn, so...
Oh, it's once per turn?
Yep. So really as long as he's got an X, Y, and a Z, field or graveyard. Yeah. That's how good the skill is.
So stupid. And we're just getting it all back. Yeah, there's the little Haunted Shrine.
He went for the equip. He went for the double equip. I didn't expect this at all.
What is that math?
3,000?
Is that a 3K?
That's a blue eyes.
No way. I keep forgetting that Valkyrian's defense is higher than its attack. It's like the highest defense I think we've seen.
Yeah.
But we're looking for maximum damage. We only got 1,100. Oh, shoot. You know what? Is this it?
Right. This could be it. You're right. I didn't even think about that.
We were going for battle damage. Yeah. Too busy going on like the get this out of the grave, get this in banish, get this out of banish. I forgot about life points. And he saw lethal. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. Like, I was all excited to go for XYZ-Dragon again, but you don't need to do that. Just win the game.
Yeah, I totally would have missed lethal there and would have gone for another flashy play.
I know, me too.
That's why Ryan's in winners in grand finals.
That's right.
Here, all right.
This is why we're here on commentary and not in there dueling in the finals. Okay. But one thing I did want to say that I did just think about as that was happening was that, let's say Xian did have the Sphere Karibo for some reason, right? And even when Valkyrian did attack, now X-Head Cannon's already at 3,000, right? he could have just flipped up this rare Metamorph to make it 35 so that they crash, and that way Valkyrion would actually die, but the tank would protect the X-Head Cannon. Isn't that ridiculous?
That's right, I forgot, and he's got 2 shields.
Yeah.
So he would still have, like a 2400 attack monster
after
a crash with Valkyrion. So there's your answer. It just takes 4 cards.
It just takes 4 cards, yeah.
That's it. But then, like, you don't even lose them. You lose 2.
Yeah, you only lose 2. Yeah. That's fine. 2 for 1 for your opponent's biggest boss monster. That's not terrible.
Boss monster, and he most likely only has the 1.
Right, exactly. Okay, so here we see the first appearance by the Knight Assailant. Now, do you know this interaction?
Barely. It's just a Man-Eater bug, but it does something else.
Right, yeah. So if he manages to draw a second one of these, and he manages to summon one of his unions, he can just discard one of them to destroy something, and then he discards the other one and destroys something else, and then that one activates to get the other Knight Assailant back.
Oh, so it's a little bit of a loop. I gotcha. Yeah.
It creates a loop, yeah.
Okay.
So there's a reason the card's been limited in advanced format for a long time.
Makes sense. Oh, and so I wonder if it's something you put at 3 here, because it really heavily relies on having the fusion out.
Yeah.
And 3 is a lot in a 20-card deck.
That's what I was going to say. But the problem I've seen players complain about using 3 Knight Assailant is that they say that it becomes harder for them to draw the combo they actually want, which is your union combo. So there's always a balance to be worried about there. Speaking of,
all I see are I see 3 Allure Darkness targets. I'm scared of nothing.
You know what? Maybe.
We've seen Lost Wind. Okay, Lost Wind on G inside.
Yeah, so that is the primary side deck card right now against unions, because it will negate their fusion monsters, and also it just comes back from the graveyard if they fusion summon again. So it essentially stops unions twice. So drawing it against them is like amazing.
Oh, that's good. So good in opening hand for GN. And also I see Kaiku's here too, which is great because that's the battle damage will banish a couple cards from the grave.
Yep, that's
which
another
doesn't
side deck card.
terribly hurt Ryan because he can just scramble, but it definitely kind of disrupts the flow.
It does,
especially when he tries like Foolish Burial right here or something.
Yeah, I think the goal with Kaiku is just to slow the Union deck down to give yourself time to come up with a real answer, honestly.
For sure, but at the same time, it's it can hold its own. It's 1700 attack monster. I think 18?
18, yeah.
17.
Yep.
18, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Solid. Yeah, interesting side. This is the first game where we haven't seen like magnetic field in Gian's hand, because we've seen some interesting sides here.
But he's still got a lot of magnets.
Yeah, but then look, there's still 3 magnets, and of course Beta.
Yeah.
Beta just showing his face through the whole thing. This is metal tank.
It's just so consistent how it swarms the field on turn like 3 or 4 every single time.
3. All of a sudden, like all the cards are on the field, all the spots are filled.
Right,
it's a perfect speed duel deck because, because you really don't need more than a 3.
No, you don't. Oh, and that's another terrible draw. He's gonna have to Foolish to make any play here.
It's too slow. Yeah, the top decks are not good here. Kaiku in the hand, but he's gonna be able to get away with doing some banishing here.
Yeah.
Before Kaiku shows his face.
I mean, this is his only option, and this immediately loses to the Lost Wind that's face down and the magnetic field. So it's just not looking good for Ryan here.
Yeah, he can scramble to try this again next turn. But yeah, no, it's too nasty.
There's a book.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, interesting. He chose not to use the Lost Wind. I feel like he could have locked the game up if he would have done that. I think being that conservative might actually not have been the most optimal play, but maybe he's saving it for when he really, really needs it.
Yeah, I mean, we did see, 3-4 fusions last game, so this is technically still early.
Yeah, he probably feels confident enough with the field spell right now.
Yeah. Also, I don't think that either player is running magic removal really at all. They're all just so focused on their synergy.
We haven't seen it.
He doesn't have to worry about it. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about it being popped, I don't think.
Nope.
Interesting. There's no magic removal.
No.
There's no Dust Tornado. No. What even is that card? All right, we got to scramble for a little defense here.
Dust Tornado. Who still plays that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's interesting to think about how you might not have to think every deck that I built for the box. Ooh.
Interesting. Because that was a special summon monster, he could have lost Wind of the X-Head Cannon and won the game right there. But he said damage step, and Ryan said, no way, I'm booking that.
Oh, I see. That's very smart because this is special. Because when you think special, you think of the fusion.
Right.
But,
yeah.
I mean,
but
Union
scramble special
that...
summons too. Yep. I didn't think of that
so
either.
It's extra good against. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. I mean, people are citing at least two lost wins. Some decks are even citing 3, just because unions are so powerful.
Yeah, unions are crazy right now.
Yeah, but Ryan had nothing. He drew another scramble, which really wouldn't have helped him against, a damage step card, which we know has to be either shrink or lost win. Like, Ryan probably knew that at that point, so there was nothing he could do in that situation.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I guess this is a good time to point out, as me and you can read the chat there. Did you know about this? That there's now a button in Dueling Book to change your skills in the middle of a match?
Does it take into effect? Can you side it correctly, and does it realize it's a side card?
According to Alam, it allows you to cheat where you can still have a side deck of 6 cards and then change your skills, but...
Okay, so it's on a rule, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
That is really awesome,
so you have to think about... Okay.
You don't have to, declare it all the time and have your opponent be, trusting that you're not cheating to switch skills. You actually have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I could say whatever. I could say any skill was in my side deck.
Right, I know. And that problem would have only gotten worse the more skills we got. And again, as we actually get to the duel here, as we got distracted, a Delta opening for the 5th or 6th time in a row. So.
And all 3 betas are visible again.
I know. Isn't it good?
Get rid of this card. And what did we see set? Did I see Lost Winds again? Did he have that again?
He drew Lost Wind again. Yeah. So again, a big advantage here because like you talked about last game, we haven't seen any Dust Tornado, any Cosmic Cyclone, any Breaker, anything for removal.
I'm on the fence about Cosmic Cyclone. I know it's really good in advance right now. It's a good magic removal, but 1,000's a lot of people. But anyway, we got Union Hanger early here, so Ryan's gonna get.
He's gonna Book of Moon that. Another thing about something like Dust Tornado, though, is that not only can Unions make use of it to get rid of Lost Wind, but it can also stop a Union Hanger if, say, Gian had it face down. So Dust Tornado might still be a useful card. I don't know.
Even Twister is still fine for that situation. There's not, although I think the Dust Tornado is the play because now we're moving away from the Nightmare Wheels and the Zomas. Yeah, so a lot of the traps and spells are like Book of Moon, obviously, stuff like that. Really good to pop.
Yeah, I honestly expect burn decks to be a little bit too slow for this meta.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. It's just not enough. You can't defend yourself enough with a burn deck with the onslaught that you're seeing.
No, you really can't.
Because it's unfortunate, because I really like Lava Golem. I mean, there might still be a place for a card like Lava Golem. I can see 2 monsters right now. Yeah, but we also got Fiend Mega Cyber. You seen that one yet?
Yes, I have. I haven't seen anybody try it out yet, but I always liked that card, but it was never quite good enough in advanced format. Maybe we can make use of it in Speed Duels.
Maybe. I mean, you have to assume that you're going to be down. Maybe it's a good side. If you know it's against one of these decks where they're gonna have at least 2 monsters out at any given time, maybe you're a little slower trying to build it up. Especially since it's a special summon, so you're getting a free. You got a tribute right there. But I think it's 22. Anyway, we're getting a banish. We're getting XY-Dragon.
We're getting a debut here. We haven't seen this one yet. This is XY-Dragon Cannon. So this one destroys face-up spells and traps. So it's actually good against the field spell. As far as this matchup goes, yeah.
That's good. And we got a lot on the field because we still have a Y equipped with a Z.
Yeah, we do.
So that's both scary.
It's 21 and a 22. Yeah.
Now we have Lost Wind. Or was Y special or was it normal?
I'm pretty sure it was normal. So
yeah. So maybe we could have booked there and then Lost Wind the XY, but I get it. He's playing patient. Yeah, for sure. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Shrink.
Yeah. I didn't remember what it was either. I had to check.
Shrink having the original attack or the total attack?
It's original. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says original attack becomes halved. So I guess you would do 1,500 divided by 2 plus 6.
So 7. It'd be 1,350. Yep. Still would have won, but yeah, okay.
I wonder what he's going to do here. Okay, so damage step. Let's see. Okay, so he goes with the Shrink because he doesn't need the Lost Wind. Again, he's saving that Lost Wind for an emergency. Yeah.
Yeah. He knows it's not going to go away. Rare Metamorph counter.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good.
That's good because original attack, right? So I'm glad we just had that conversation. So it still wins because it's 11.
Wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't win because of that. It wins because of Rare Metamorph's second effect that it negates the first spell effect that targets the monster. So it will actually negate the Shrink.
Oh, it negates the Shrink. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. I gotta stop seeing it as just a 500 attack booster.
Yeah, John has taken a minute to think, and he did take a second to think, and he chose not to activate the Lost Wind in response to that rare Metamorph. Interesting play.
That is interesting. I mean, I wonder what the emergency in his mind is. And there's a second one. So now he's gonna use that first one more generously for sure.
He is.
Especially because now he's running out of resources. What, is he gonna put the beta down?
Huh? Wait, did he just end his turn?
He did hard pass. He can take a hit. No, what is this top deck?
Oh my god! Did you see?
The Nolan of Extermination. That's not cross out.
You know what that is? That's the perfect counter to Lost Wind.
It's magic removal.
Yeah,
we were wrong.
We were dead wrong. We don't know anything.
Wow, so it's basically cross out, but for spells.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, wait. So does it say destroy them all in the deck? Because we got 2 Lost Winds down.
Yeah, it says exactly deck. Also, look how crazy the wording on this card is. It says each player reveals their main deck.
Ew, what? That's terrible. Why would you?
Can you imagine that in remote duels?
That would suck. Well, and I mean, at least Speed Duel's only a 20 card deck. That's really good just in general, though, because you think about even if you just played it at the beginning of the game, just so like you had a beat on like what your opponent's running.
Right. Yeah.
If you really want to like be on top of what they could possibly have in their deck, what you're seeing.
And then they'll know your deck too, but then at that point it's just like, are you confident in your ability to play better once you know their deck and they know yours, right?
Yeah.
So he did target one of the Lost Winds. Hold on real quick, I want to catch up. And he did chain that Lost Wind to cut that XY in half. So it becomes 11 plus 5 like we were talking about earlier. Okay, what were you saying?
Okay. No, I just realized that you're right. It's each player reveals deck, so I don't know if I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, it's good magic removal. It would have been great if the second Lost Winds was still in the deck.
Yeah. But luckily right now it didn't resolve. So because it was chained to and it lost its target. So because it doesn't resolve, there's no revealing of the deck here. So that's good.
Good. Yeah, that's good to see.
So yeah, you wanna not show your opponent your deck. Just make sure you chain that target. And here's a second Lost Wind to cut that tank to 750. Because remember that tank was equipped and then special summoned by its own effect.
Yeah. All right, so he's taking some hits, and he's going to be okay.
He's going to be okay.
15, wow, 150?
Man.
He's got no resources, though. I think it's about damage step, rare Metamorph.
Second rare Metamorph, that's it. Oh, man.
Gene ran out of steam way too quickly. The hesitation in Lost Winds there early, I think, is what got him.
And not only that, I think he got a little bit too confident in the Lost Wind's ability to save him, and he didn't summon the beta.
Yeah, we didn't see magnet stuff for like 2 turns out of him. I think that also, I mean, they're good sides, but it might have clogged the deck just a little bit.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, because
it's still early, we're testing. It was good, definitely good calls.
Yeah, it was. And another thing that you see is that he's only got 1 counter on his skill here, which means he wasn't able to use the second part of the skill, which might be why he was saving the beta. If he draws another magnet, he can activate that. But I get the feeling that's a little bit too much of a greedy play right there, where you don't have control of the field at all. You really need to survive.
Yeah, he was in survival mode for the past couple turns, but he played it like the magical answer was going to come into his hand.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he tried to get the maximum out of the skill, and you can't always do that with a skill like this.
Yep, true. Sometimes you got to cut your losses, even though you're losing a little value. It goes fast, especially when you're playing against XYZ. Clearly, as we're learning more and more, as we see this deck get played. But I think it was a really great display from both of them, and I hope that both of these decks become kind of in the thread of the meta. Absolutely. I love the Magnet Warriors over XYZ, but like I said at the beginning, both of these decks are not brain dead. You know, there's so many options, so much synergy, and it's really fun to watch.
It is. It was. This was one of the most fun, like, replays I've commentated over in quite a little bit, just because it got to a point where almost everything was like, you know, conflict-ish stuff. So I'm just happy to see something new, something fresh, man. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be really good for the game. Really excited to see. just kind of what these decks can do so far.
And what's really cool about it is, look, we've got a Yugi Kaiba meta. I don't remember the last time Speed Duels had that, so if ever. So
I agree. We're gonna see Yugi skill frequently again. That's amazing because we never do anymore.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I said this. I did a video explaining all the skills, and I mentioned that I love the fact that we're probably gonna see this skill a lot, and it's one of the ones that says "Bam." It's got like "Bam" on it.
Yeah, that
like,
picture of Bam from Duels.
Skills.
Yeah.
Like we never, those were like meme skills. Like we never actually saw them, you know. But this one, it's gonna be great.
Wait, does that mean every time you activate it, it's mandatory for you to yell "Bam" really loud?
Yeah, you do have to yell "Bam."
Okay,
for sure.
All right,
yeah, you know it's gonna happen.
All right. Well, if you ever get to a remote duel and you're playing Magnetic Attraction, remember Rook said you got to yell "Bam." So,
Bam.
I think that's a good note to leave off on. So I hope you guys liked the first Battle City Box testing tournament. Obviously, there'll be more to come from Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy. If you want to join the Discord, it'll be in the description below, as will be Rook's YouTube information. Rook does a lot of great stuff on his YouTube channel, especially what he's best at, better than anybody else, is telling you what you can do with a budget. If you're a budget speed duel player, if you're just looking to get into speed duels and don't want to like throw away all your money on this game. So that's all we got for you. Any closing words?
Nope. It was good. It was just really good insight on what I think is going to shape the early meta. I'm excited to cover more of it. And yeah, to your point with the budget stuff, I think that there are a lot of decks that can be built with just the box, and I don't anticipate singles to be that expensive. So hopefully we'll see some good stuff out of that.
Yep. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this tournament, and that is Terra Master and Rook out.